Are we going to have fun today? Excellent. Well, we're just doing a sound check for the press so they can get all of their equipment adjusted.
Hollywood. That's gooey, ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases the tired businessman.
Hooray for Hollywood!
Hello, Hollywood, and welcome to today's Walk of Fame ceremony. A special shout out to our fans watching the live video stream courtesy of our media partner, Variety. I'm LaRon Gubler, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting today's program. Now, one little housekeeping item, because we have so many people here. If you're a guest and you're standing behind the stage, we'd like you to stand behind that pole. So if you'd back up a little so we have enough room for our speakers. Thank you. Well, today we are dedicating the 2,651st star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame to Snoop Dogg. Let me recite just a few of the highlights from his career, and feel free to cheer for whatever you like. Snoop Dogg is a native of Long Beach, California. And I know we've got a few people from Long Beach here, so welcome. He's at the forefront of popular culture with award-winning albums and songs, hit television shows, films, lifestyle products, philanthropic efforts, and digital ventures. He is a multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated artist, an Emmy-nominated personality. He's truly an entertainment legend. Now get this, since 1993, Snoop Dogg has released 18 studio albums and sold, how many of you have all of his albums? All right? He sold more than 40 million albums. How about that? And he has received nearly 20 Grammy nominations. His debut album, Doggy Style, is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Right? Now that album, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, sold over 800,000 copies in the very first week. How about that? I thought that was kind of impressive, right? Huh? Now, throughout his career, Snoop has produced such chart-topping hits, and cheer for your favorites, hits such as Gin and Juice, Who Am I, What's My Name, Nothing But a G Thing, Next Episode, Beautiful, Drop It Like It's Hot, Signs, Sensual Seduction, and I Wanna Rock. His most recent album, Snoop Dogg Presents Bible of Love, is his first offering in the gospel music genre, and it debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts and stayed at #1 for 8 weeks. Now, in addition to his extensive work in music, he has appeared in numerous films, including Beach Bum, which is currently in production, Soul Plane, Starsky and Hutch, Pitch Perfect 2, Half Baked, and the Oscar-winning drama Training Day. On television, he has appeared in The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Futurama, The Boondocks, The Cleveland Show, and Reincarnated. Snoop Dogg's commitment and passion for community work is commendable. In 2005, he established the Snoop Youth Football League to provide children between the ages of 5 and 13 the opportunity to participate in youth football and cheer. And so please help me now welcome to the stage our honoree, Snoop Dogg. All right. So Snoop Dogg, do you feel the love? Do you feel the love today? All right. Well, let me introduce our first speaker today. He's a 6-time Grammy Award-winning artist and producer who began his music career as a member of the world-class Wrecking Crew. Shortly after, he co-founded the legendary group NWA. He has discovered numerous hip-hop superstars. It's time to welcome Dr. Dre to the stage.
Yeah, how y'all doing out there? Everybody feeling all right? Yeah, this is exciting, man. Check it out. Make some noise for Snoop Dogg one time. Yeah, I can't believe this. We've come such a long way. Let me tell you something. Snoop should have got this star just for making it out of the 90s. But seriously, think about this. Think about this timing. Back in the day, Snoop came to me at a very low point in my life, and I had just separated myself from Ruthless Records. I had no money for food. I didn't even have furniture in my house at that time. I had to start completely over from scratch, and at that moment in my life, it was make it or break it for me. Then it was time to do my first solo album, The Chronic, right? I had no idea how I was going to do it, how it was going to get done, and then boom, here comes Snoop, right? A true diamond in the rough. I mean, Snoop is just pure, raw talent. Nobody sounds like Snoop. And then when he opens his mouth, you know exactly who it is, you feel me? No, not only that, but his style and charisma made me feel like he was destined to be a superstar. You know when you can just feel it, he's got that thing, that it factor, you feel me? So this is what I was experiencing at that time, and all I had to do was go in the studio and do my part. So bear with me. Yeah. But listen, Snoop was always there for me, ready to work and constantly motivating and pushing me and making me believe I could do it. I mean, I could always hear his voice in my head. Come on, Dr. Dre, cuz, you could do this. You just got to keep it gangster. So, yeah, we went on for a continuous 9 months to create that album, and that record completely changed the course of my life. And I can imagine where I would be in my life if I had not collaborated with Snoop. That album was the foundation to this amazing life I'm living right now, and because of that, we became family, you know. Now, fast forward to Snoop's first solo album, Doggy Style. It's time for me to return the favor, you know. I thought it was going to be a cakewalk. I thought all we had to do was go back in the studio and do the same exact thing that we did when we made The Chronic. But by that time, gangbanging showed up. It was a lot of money floating around. But me and Snoop, we kept our eyes on the prize, and we knew that this record, Doggy Style, had to be better or at least as good as The Chronic. So we spent 10 months, a nonstop 10 months trying to work on that album throughout some of the worst situations you can imagine in the studio. And I'm talking about some bloody situations at time, but we managed to get through it all, get through all of that bullshit, and here we are right now doing this right like this. You feel me? Okay, so listen to this. Before I go any further, I got to say congratulations and thanks to Snoop's wife, Shantae. Make some noise for Shantae. Yes. Check it out. They've been married 21 years, you know, and they've been together since high school. Now, is there anybody out there that's still with their high school sweetheart? Yeah, I didn't think so. Shantae, boss lady, I feel like you've done an amazing job with Snoop and your kids. You have a beautiful family, and that's what's up. So listen to this. From the moment I met Snoop, literally till right now, we've never said this word to each other, and that word is no. We've never told each other no. We always show up for each other no matter what it is. Now just imagine having a person like that in your life for almost 30 years. Feel me? Yeah. Real talk. All right, so now I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I could go on for hours, but you guys get the idea. Snoop, I'm honored to be a part of your legacy. thank you for letting me come up here and share some of my thoughts about how I feel about you. And I love you, man. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Dre. Well, our next speaker was named by Time magazine as one of the 6 most influential jazz artists of the 20th century. With an over 6-decade career, he has encompassed the roles of composer, record producer, artist, film producer, arranger, conductor, instrumentalist, TV producer, record company executive, television station owner, magazine founder, multimedia entrepreneur, and humanitarian. He has received 27 Grammys and is the most nominated Grammy artist of all time with a total of 79 nominations. Please welcome Walk of Famer Quincy Jones.
How y'all doing? How the hell you get up this early? I remember when I studied in Paris with Nadia Boulanger, who taught Stravinsky and Leonard Bernstein, all those people, and every day she used to tell me, Quincy, your music can never be more or less than you are as a human being. And that's what's great about this brother here. I love this man for a long, long time. How long has it been, Snoop?
Since I was knee-high to a flea-high.
I knew him before electricity. And he's from East St. Louis. My aunt used to run a hotel down there. Wife is something else. Anyway, I don't know how y'all get up this morning. Anyway, this man is very special in my life. I would not be up at 11 in the morning. Good morning. I'm so excited to be here with all of you this morning to recognize and honor my nephew and my slender homie. He takes after his daddy. I met his daddy today. Look at him down there, all slim there. Snoopy, was 25 years ago, but it seems only yesterday that you and your crew were hanging out at my house. I wasn't even in town, but it's all right though. Because you were family then and you are family now and forever, eternally. And how magnificent your journey has been from East St. Louis to Long Beach to Hollywood. I used to go there to see my grandmother when I was 7 years old. I'm so enormously proud of all you've achieved professionally, man. And personally, too, from making doggy style a way of life and to being one of the first hempreneurs to being such a positive role model and influence in the community. And it's no surprise to me because I've always known that there was no undertaking or challenge you could not overcome. You are not just an artist and an entertainer, you are a visionary, and you deserve this star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame and every other recognition that comes your way. Congratulations, Snoop. I can't wait to see what you bring us the next 25 years. You too, man.
Thank you.
God bless.
Well, thank you, Quincy Jones. So, Snoop, you have a lot of special friends here. I can't introduce all of them, but I do want to acknowledge a few if they'd wave to the audience. We have Walk of Famer Pharrell Williams here. Walk of Famer John Singleton. Ted Sarandos, the Chief Creative Officer of Netflix. Rapper Warren G. Rapper and producer Big Boy. Rapper Ty Dolla $ign. Hip-hop producer Battle Cat. And we have Jeannie Buss, the president of the LA Lakers. And I think we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar here as well. Welcome, everyone. Well, our next speaker is a television host, comedian, writer, and producer. He is the host and executive producer of Jimmy Kimmel Live, which is on ABC, and which is shot right here. And in fact, His and Snoop stars are right next to each other. Please welcome Walk of Famer Jimmy Kimmel.
Thank you, my friend. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Snoop Dogg. You know the rest. I don't know how I follow the two greatest record producers of all time, but I'll give it a try. I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I'm Snoop's second coolest white friend after Martha Stewart. I've known Snoop since you were in pigtails, which you might be tomorrow, I don't know. We met in 1994. I was working at K-Rock, a radio station here in town that did not play Snoop's music, but I loved Snoop and I loved his music and I wanted him to be on our show. So we called and asked, and we were excited. We didn't know what to expect. We wanted to make a good impression. To be honest, at that time, we were worried he might shoot us if we didn't. So I called a friend who had another friend who sold what in those days was called marijuana. And I bought some of it and rolled it up, and we put the joints in a prescription bottle. And when Snoop showed up at the radio station, I gave it to him, and he was very happy. He said, and I remember exactly what he said. He said, "Now that's my kind of medicine." And we've been homies ever since. In 1999, I hosted a show called The Man Show, and Snoop invited us, my partner Adam Carolla and I, to come to his house. We were not intending to get high at his house, but it happened. I was not much of a smoker. I'd only smoked a couple of times in my life, so it hit me very, very hard. I went directly to Snoop's refrigerator and ate a whole tub of Cool Whip out of it. When lunch came, we'd set up tables in Snoop's garage, and I attacked a bucket of Popeye's chicken. I was eating the bones and everything, and while I'm mowing through this family-sized meal by myself, I overhear Snoop. He's standing in the corner with his buddy, and I overhear him say something that I will never forget. He looked over at me, and he said, "My nephew done ate 6 pieces of chicken already." In 2003, on my first ever show, my first Jimmy Kimmel Live, I had the idea to have a guest co-host every week, and the first co-host I thought of, honest to God, was this man who immediately said yes, and he was with me for my first show, for my second show, my third, fourth, fifth, and sixth shows, and for many, many shows after that, because I am his nephew, and that's what uncles do for their nephews. And here we are almost 16 years later, 24 years after we met, with stars right next to each other, just like Cheech and Chong, out front of this theater where we launched my show here on Hollywood Boulevard. And I have Snoop to thank for that. Snoop is a multi-talent. He's a rapper, songwriter, record producer, TV host, actor, author, entrepreneur. He was the winner of the Nobel Prize in 2009 in chemistry for his groundbreaking experiments combining gin with juice. And while Snoop, you are not, I don't know if you know this, you are not the first dog to earn a star on the Walk of Fame. That honor begins to Lassie and Rin Tin Tin. You will be the first to not immediately pee on it. So thank you for that. Snoop, you're an inspiration to so many boys and girls who smoke weed all day. You crossed over color lines. You crossed over genre lines before almost anyone in hip-hop did that. You put the OG in D-O-double-G, and I know you won't remember any of this in half an hour, but you've been such a good friend to me, and I want to say congratulations and thank you to you. Getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is one of the highest honors an entertainer can receive, and if there's anyone who deserves Hollywood's highest honor, it's Snoop Doggy Dogg. Congratulations, Snoop.
Thank you, Jimmy Kimmel. Well, it's now my pleasure to bring up the council member who represents Hollywood and the Walk of Fame on the Los Angeles City Council. He's doing a great job revitalizing Hollywood. Please welcome the Honorable Mitch O'Farrell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hollywood. This shall forever be known as the 13th Dizzle. because Snoop Dogg has taught me so much. I've modeled my political identity after some of his lyrics and album titles. So sometimes people refer to me as the dog father of the district, and sometimes I get paid the cost to be the boss, but I never go ego tripping, and someday I'll make a documentary about my experiences here. And I don't want to just have 7 days of funk. I want to have 5 years and 4 months of funk. And when a bad idea comes my way or something that I try doesn't work, what do? I drop it like it's hot. Now, I just want to say that the Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce because they provide these experiences for everyone, and they provide a place that fans from across the world can come and enjoy the star on the Walk of Fame that says Snoop Dogg. So with that, I want to congratulate a true entertainment icon. Let's hear it for Snoop Dogg. It is safe to say that there has never been and never will be another entertainer quite like Snoop Dogg. Since bursting onto the scene, you have not only wowed us with your talents, you've lived your life boldly, unabashedly yourself. You are authentic. You continue to expand your boundaries and redefine who you are as an artist and as an entertainer and as a philanthropist. For these reasons, you are truly deserving of this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And with that, we congratulate you, Snoop Dogg.
Thank you, Councilman. Well, Snoop, it's time to hear from you. But let me say by way of final introduction that we hereby declare this Snoop Dogg Day in Hollywood.
One, two, 1, 2. First of all, I want to thank the committee and all of the people in Hollywood that put this together that felt I was worthy enough to have my name on a star in Hollywood. I appreciate the love. I've been coming to Hollywood for a long time, looking down on the ground at these stars and just imagining what it would be like to be down here one day. It's a great feeling to look out here and see all of the people that really make me who I am, the fans, all of y'all out there. For real though, I got to give a shout out to my A1 from day one, DJ Warren G. DJ Warren G believed in Snoop Dogg when Snoop Dogg didn't believe in himself. So I look at today as a day that we can celebrate as homeboys because he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. So G-Dub, this is our star, big homie. Yes, sir. Got to give a shout out to all of the people behind the scenes that helped Snoop Dogg become who he is. I'm talking about my mother. I'm talking about my father. I'm talking about my aunties, the people in my life growing up, my mentors, my wife, for being there for me, for being my backbone, being strong enough to stay down with me and understand the fact that I was doing what I was trying to do best, but being there for me through the hard times and the good times. Shout out to all of the rappers that I rap with, that I wrote with, that I combined my talents with to create who we created. Mainly the DOC, my mentor, my teacher, for taking his time and, you know, putting his thoughts to the side to give me his spirit to do what I do and to instill that in me. Shout out to all of the people behind the scenes that used to go against me when I used to battle rap or whatnot. Because the battle rappers made me who I am. You know, to be able to battle against somebody to get better and to challenge yourself, I got to give him a shout out because without that, I wouldn't have been able to be so challenging and courageous and being able to put my skills at a high level. Shout out to Dr. Dre for believing. Dr. Dre believed in me when I really wasn't nothing. And I'm going to say that because I mean that, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to be a rapper, and Warren G believed in me. And when Dr. Dre gave me the opportunity, he didn't look at me like somebody that was less than him. He looked at me like an equal, and we always been brothers from that day. And that was real effective with me, because when you dealing with a star and you coming in as a nobody, it's easy for the star to downlook you or to play you low. But for him to look at me even, that's why we never said no to this day, because we always look at each other as brothers, and we depend on each other, and we need each other. So Dr. Dre, I want to tell you I love you, cuz, for being my brother through hard times, real times, and good times. Quincy Jones. I can't believe you got up this early. I love Quincy Jones. Like Quincy said, we used to party at his house when he wasn't there back in the days, but he was nice enough to let us use his house. And he's just always been like a mentor to us, been like a big brother to us, trying to help us understand that we need to be more positive and more instrumental with our voices. And now that I'm looking back at it, and now we at this date, I can say that I'm thankful for Quincy for being who he was, for trying to tell us to get our lives right and to be more positive and more productive. Because now that I'm a positive, productive man, I can walk around more peaceful and more happy. And I want to thank you, Quincy, for instilling that in me, and hopefully I'll instill that into the young generation of rappers so they won't have to go through the mess that we went through, and cut the mess early and just get straight to the business. Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than wrong. I want to thank me for just being me at all times. Snoop Dogg, you a bad motherfucker, cuz. Thank you, cuz. I appreciate that. And I got to thank the man up top, G.O.D., because I'm nothing without him. Man, y'all have a beautiful day. Hollywood, thank y'all for letting me get it in. And all the Crips and Bloods, I want y'all to come Crip walk on my star later on tonight, cuz.
All right, let's unveil the star, and would all of our speakers join us to help unveil the star? So come with me. There you go. There you go. All right, we'll do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Snoop Dogg. There it is. All right. Everybody look straight ahead. That's my Look to the right over here. Look over the forward. Back to the middle. Welcome to Hollywood, Snoop Dogg. You made it, cuz. You made it, cuz. Thank you, thank you. Oh my God!
Hey, Snoop, this way! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up! Give it up!
Snoop, Snoop. Snoop, right here. Come right here. This side. There you go.
Just lay on this guy. Guys, we need you to pull. Look up. Come in. Look up. Everybody straight ahead, Anna.
Right here, this way.
This way.
Be family, looking over here.
Everybody straight ahead.
Right here, everybody, right here. Straight ahead, everybody straight ahead.
Mr. Dog, too.
Everyone over here, please. So be family, everyone that's right here.
One second.
You go here first.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right front.
Give her a kiss. Give her a kiss.
Do it the wrong way. Give me the kiss.
Give her a kiss.
Give a kiss. Give a kiss. Look at Dada. Look at Dada.
This guy here.
See, look away.
Here, look at here, look at here, guys.
Don't look over here, guys. Don't look over here.
Guys, turn around, big boy. Let us see you.
Good boy.
Stacey Adams. Okay, come on, get off the phone, okay. Arnold, you got that? All right. Snoop. I got it. Look. I got it.
Hey, can we get There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
This way, maybe.
This way, this way, guys. Right here, guys.
Channel 7?
Yeah.
ABC?
Yeah.
We're going to get that. Jerry W.
I'm about to get that.
I got to get that Channel 7 mic.
No, we interviewed you outside the MTV Awards a long time ago, at the very beginning. Just tell me what you feel like from the beginning to now.
Man, it's a beautiful feeling, man, to start from the bottom and the end of the year. I used to live on Franklin, man, when I first started on Death Row Records, and now to have a star here, it's a beautiful feeling. I would thank all the people behind the scenes that made this work, all the people that believe in it. ABC, y'all know what time it is. ABC, DBG, DOWG,
Appreciate you.
Right back at you.
Thank you. Oh, no.
Can I get the interview still? Come down.
Yeah, you're not going to come back.
Right, look down.
Okay.
No, they know what you mean.